Morning, sir. Let we join. Good morning, all the students. Today, we are organizing the anti-ragging awareness webinar, which is a mandate to learn for all the students during their journey in any higher educational institute. As per Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, we should have an awareness campaign among all the new students who have joined in this university under different affiliating institute. So with this idea, I, Professor Anup Ghosh, welcome you all in this anti-ragging awareness webinar. We are organizing this session in collaboration with Delhi State Legal Awareness Authority, DLSA, and today with us Secretary DLSA for delivering his speech. Now let me introduce you about this webinar, which is guided by the anti-ragging regulation of GGS-IP University. I am sharing you the anti-ragging regulation in the file section. Everybody can download it and you can easily understand what should be your role during this academic journey in the institute as well as in the university. So let us start with what is the objective to conduct this awareness program. Basically, I think you all may know that what ragging constitutes, and to prohibit any conduct by any student or student, that is group of students, by means of words spoken or written, or by an act which has the effect of teasing, treating, handling with rudeness a fresher or any other student. Previously, this was a concept that this is the senior who used to rag the juniors or the newcomers. But nowadays, the definition has been modified. It is not only the, seniors versus juniors. Now, the opposite are also being observed. Like juniors may rag the seniors, and that will also constitute ragging. So it is for any individual student or for a group of student that if they, by any of their activity through words, spoken or written, because nowadays you are very much accustomed with social media and you may utilize some of the written languages against other students, which may cause a harm, and the other student may treat it as a teasing or handling rudeness. That will also constitute ragging. So students, I know that you all are very good in your conduct and you are coming from a very good familial background. So try to avoid involving yourself in any such ragging activities as well as any other activities which you may feel that you are being ragged. You must inform to the authority. That will be showcased to you, I say, in my next slides. So basically, you must know what is the definition of a ragging. Ragging, according to this Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University regulation, ragging means any conduct by any student or students, whether by word, spoken or written, or by an act which has the effect of teasing, treating, or handling with rudeness a fresher or any other student. So, sometimes we may not, express something in word or in writing, but we have shown some gestures which may be a body shaming that will also be treated as a part of ragging. Indulging in rowdy or indisciplined activities by any student or students which causes or is likely to cause annoyance, hardship, physical or psychological harm, or to raise fear or apprehension thereof in any fresher or any student. Asking any student to do any act which such student will not in ordinary course do, or which has the effect of causing or generating a sense of shame, torment, embarrassment, so as to adversely affect the psyche or physique of such fresher or any other student. Now, the word fresher, while it is using, it is because of the reason whenever someone is joining a new institute, obviously the senior students may use to show their power. But mind it, the opposite or the same level of peer activity will also be treated a part of ragging too. Any act by a senior student that prevents, disrupts, disturbs the regular academic activity of any other student or a fresher, exploiting the service of a fresher or any other student for completing the academic task assigned to an individual or a group of students. Sometimes we may see that other students may, order a particular student that you complete the home task and send me so that I can submit it in time. This will also constitutes a part of ragging. Any act of financial extortion or forceful expenditure, burden put on a fresher or any other student by other students. Any act of physical abuse, including all variants of it like sexual abuse, homosexual assault, stripping, forcing obscene and lewd acts, gestures causing bodily harm, any other danger or health to a person. Any act or abuse by spoken words, emails, posts, public insults, which would also include deriving perverted pleasure, viscerous or sadistic thrill from actively or passively participating in the discomfiture to fresher or any other student. Any act that affects the mental health and self-confidence of a fresher or any other student with or without an intent to derive a sadistic pleasure or showing of power or authority or superiority by a student over any fresher or any other student. Now, these are the definition which constitutes ragging. While this ragging has been complained by one student or a group of students against a particular student or group of students, the institute will take an immediate action after a small investigation, that the action taken by the head of institution as powered by Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University is suspension from attending classes or academic privileges, withholding or withdrawing scholarship or fellowship or other benefits, debarring from appearing in a test, examination or other evaluation process, withholding results, debarring from representing the university or its affiliated institutes in any regional, national or international meet, tournament, youth festival, etc., cancellation of admission, rustication from the university or its institutes for period ranging from 1 to 4 semesters, expulsion from the university and its affiliated institutes, and consequent debarring from admission to any other institution for a specific period. So all these punishments will mark a red mark in your career. So that is why you should be cautious about not to indulge yourself in any ragging activity, or if you face any type of ragging which you may feel creating an embarrassment for you or your fellow friends, immediately you should inform the anti-ragging squad consisting of the following members whose numbers have been given over here, where Dr. Sheetal Chadda, coordinator, whose phone number is mentioned over here, and the other members are from different, courses. You can inform those members. The members, this anti-ragging squad is always available with you. And mind it, your name, if you are informing, your name will always be in confidence. It should not be divulged, and the matter will be given to the anti-ragging committee of the institute. Myself is the coordinator, Professor A.K. Ghosh, for the anti-ragging committee, and under me there are 5 other members. 5 other members. Dr. Sheetal is co-coordinator, Professor Uma Gulati, Dr. Pooja Sharma, Ms. Shivangi Sharma, Dr. Monika Takru. All are always available in the campus. And if you face, nowadays your classes are going on online mode. Even if during this period you are facing any problem, you can inform us so that we can take appropriate steps against the person who are in the mode of, ragging activity. With this, let me inform you that enjoy your academics, enjoy your co-curricular and extracurricular activity, but without disturbing any others' privacy or their, social position. Please do not hamper anybody's social position in any way. With this, students, let me now request Sri Harjit Singh Jaspal. He is the Secretary, DLSA North, who is now today with us. Harjit Singh, sir, good morning. Sir, your audio, please. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. May I start that slide now?
Yes, you may.
Yeah. Just a second. Can you see it, sir?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
May I?
Yes, sir. I am to change it. Okay, because it is running from my sharing point here.
All right.
May I show it and then you will start, or you will start, it will run side by side?
I request you to move to the next slide, but allow me to start meanwhile.
Okay, sir.
So, very good morning once again to all the young friends of Geeta Ratan College. I've been told that we have people from first year of law, BBA, and MBA as well. Now, it goes without saying that what exactly is ragging. Ragging is something which is known to everybody. A person might say that I'm not aware of the technical definition, but then you don't need to know a technical definition. What exactly is ragging is, something where you harass anybody. All right. Now, as Professor Ghosh was saying in the beginning, that there at one point of time or somewhere in the past, it used to be that a harassment of a junior by a senior can be called a ragging. Today, I would not subscribe to that definition. That may not be correct. Ragging simply would mean where you put a person, he or she can be your fellow classmate, can be your senior, can be your junior, can be your teacher also. even though technically the UGC guidelines will not be applicable when you harass a teacher, that may not exactly or technically be called ragging, but nevertheless, even when you bully somebody in your or around your campus or around your surroundings, can be called ragging. It can be of various kinds, it can be of various types, it can be a sexual harassment, it can be a physical or psychological or a verbal, or it can be the modern definition, a social harassment. What is a social harassment or social ragging is where a person is being bullied or a person is being harassed on the social media, which is nowadays a very, very common platform for harassment. Professor Ghosh, I don't think that our friends can talk to me. Can they switch on their mic and talk to me?
Yeah, they can put it on chat.
They can put it on chat. Okay. So I would request all of you, let's not make it a boring exercise where I keep speaking and nobody's listening. But it would be a fun exercise if you are able to talk to me. All right. So feel free. Absolutely, do not wait for session to end and then you don't have to then put your comments. Feel free to put your comments or questions or suggestions, or if you want to correct me somewhere, or if you think that what I'm saying is not making much sense, so just put it there in the chat and let's talk about it. Okay. Now, as Professor Ghosh was mentioning earlier as well, this menace of ragging was rampant in India, and in the view of this menace, in the year 2009, UGC guidelines were brought forth. Now, why all this and why we waited till 2009 to even get guidelines, and even till today there is no national law on ragging. There are state laws, there are UGC guidelines, there are university circulars, there are university sub laws, there are administrative orders. However, there is no national law on the subject. Why all this? Now, there is one school of thought, and most of you, I am sure, must have heard of that, and some of you might subscribe to that view as well, that ragging is not something bad. It is something which is a social exercise which breaks the ice between a senior and a junior, and rather makes the senior and junior close to each other. I'm sure your relatives, your seniors, your cousins, probably your parents, your grandfathers, and so on must have told you these stories where they ragged somebody or they were ragged, and they tell these stories with so much of fun and frolic that ragging actually sounds a nice exercise. I would recall the first day of the college. I'm sure most of you would recall the first day of your college as well, where somebody called you and said, intro do, yeah, ek dance karke dikhao, or tell us a song, or go and propose somebody. Now, it might sound a jovial and a fun exercise, but only to a particular extent. I'm not at all happy to share with you that in the past, there have been hundreds and hundreds of suicides, deaths, only because of a fellow classmate or a college mate being ragged by somebody, maybe a classmate, maybe a senior. Okay. There have been numerous instances where people have dropped out of the colleges, or have stopped going to their schools, or have faced psychological trauma because of that jovial exercise where a person was forced to get into maybe a dance or a song, or crawl down, or he was physically abused, or he was locked in a room. It might sound to a person who is on the receiving end, it doesn't sound good, is not good, is clearly a harassment and nothing short of that. All right. Until this point, anybody has a comment to make? Professor Ghosh, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You are very much audible.
Anybody has a comment to make? And especially my friends who would say, no, ragging is a good thing. We had fun. I'm so close to my senior in third year, and he's like an elder brother to me, and he protects me all the time. But I started talking to him only because he ragged me on the first place. Anybody who says something of that sort? Okay, we have 260 participants. We have 255 participants. 5 people suddenly left. Okay, out of 255 people, how many of you think ragging is a good exercise? Simply say yes or no. Put your answer in the chat. Let's take a small sample vote. We need around 25-30 votes. Let's see. Yes or no. Say good or bad. Professor Ghosh, have we enabled chat?
It is just a second. It is already running. Sir, you just click on the chat side.
Hello and hi, hello to you, Shubham, as well. And a lot of people are saying good morning, so good morning to them. My
Then
question.
now going on bad. No bad.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure how to see the chat.
Just click on the right side button, setting attendee, then chat.
Attendees, I can see. Chat, I can see, but I can only say.
You just
last.
click on it, it will start scrolling in the sideboard.
Okay, all right. Okay, I need a poll of somebody who says ragging is good. Anybody who
May I
agrees?
start a poll? May I put a poll?
No, I don't want to get into technical things.
I can put it now. Just we can see.
If we have that, we can
Yeah,
go.
just put it like ragging is a good thing. Let they start ragging.
How many of you say good or bad? Let's quickly take a poll.
Good.
I'm sure, Professor Ghosh, we have time in our hand, right?
Yeah, good thing. Yes and no. Yes, sir. We already have published a poll. Ragging is a good thing. How many yes, how many no? Let we see what our students can say. Still 100% is going as no, ragging is not a good thing. 1% have said yes, it is a good thing. Now it is gradually going to be changed. So, sir, we are observing almost 97% say no, it is a bad thing. But while I say near to 3% have said yes, ragging is a good thing. So, still there are 3% students there.
A good thing. Can you please elaborate upon your reasons?
Yeah.
I don't think you can speak, but maybe you can type a couple of lines.
Sure. That we can see on the chat. It happens. Shahil said it happened in positive way.
Okay. Now, for some reasons, I'm not able to see the chat. So I'll request Professor Ghosh, in case you see something.
I can share my screen so that you can see it also. Sir, can you now see the chat side?
There are infinite screens, and I don't think.
No, the right one. You just follow the right one because it will show all the things.
Yes, Tahir Sharma says if it happens for those who are introverts, ragging is worse. Okay, maybe okay. A lot of messages are coming. Let's close this and allow me to speak.
Sure, sir.
So Sahil and everyone else, you see, when you put a rider to something, there has to be, I'm sure, there has to be a difference between interaction and ragging. Of course, a senior talking to a junior or welcoming a fresher to a first day of a college or a school or anything, of course, it's a welcome sight. I call somebody, I invite somebody, and I tell them, offer them a beverage, or tell them that my name is this, what is your name, and if in case I can be of any help to you, that's nice. In case you can share from which school or background are you from, that's going to be nice. In case you can tell me what do you play or anything else, that's all nice. But are we exactly calling it ragging? No. Please understand, all the nice stories that you have heard where a person ended up being the best friend to somebody else or ended up being very close to a senior, these are the stories of what we call a good social interaction, where your senior has actually made you feel welcome, has made you feel comfortable, and eventually probably helped you as well. Are we actually calling it ragging? No. Please understand this. This is exactly the difference of mindset that I'm trying to talk about. Ragging, when I use the word ragging, is a absolutely negative term, and it totally and certainly and single-handedly conveys only one term, which is abuse. I can totally use the word ragging synonymous to another word as abuse. Of course, as I said, ragging can be physical or psychological or sexual or social, exactly is the case with abuse. It can be a physical, sexual, social, psychological, so on and so forth. It goes without saying that it is a bad thing. And of course, I'm not talking about those absolutely harmless, polite, warm interactions which are social in nature between senior and junior. I'm not calling that ragging at all. When I went to, I'm your senior from IP University only. When I went to the college on the very first day, I was called by somebody, and this nice senior of mine, who's a really close friend now, uh, because I was not from Delhi, really made me comfortable because I was really homesick. I didn't like hostel food. I was not very comfortable living in the hostel on the first place. I did not like the idea of living away from my parents and so on and so forth. And I was not a Delhiite. I had a problem. Probably my English was not that good. People used to make fun of me. So this nice chap of this nice senior of mine, this nice friend of mine now, really made me comfortable. Probably he did tell me to give my introduction in front of some people, but at the end of the day, I was really comfortable doing that. He made me comfortable doing that. However, there is this another senior of mine in the middle of the day while I was walking towards the classroom, caught hold of my hand and told me to dance then and there. Now, probably he also in his head wants to talk to me and socially interact with me. But don't you think it is more like abuse? And I would certainly say, yes, it is indeed abuse. And hence, this is exactly what ragging is. So can there be a debate about whether ragging is good or bad? I would definitely say no, there is no debate. What you are calling good are social interactions. Of course, social interactions are nice. When you share a picture and somebody puts a comment upon that picture that, okay, you're looking good, you're looking nice, or this is not a good picture, these are all social interaction, that's fine. However, when you start bullying a person because a person has put a picture there, and from body shaming to humiliating to defamation, all these things happening, I'm sure nobody can say, this is good. However, for people who are saying it is good, are basically talking about the concept of a social media. If somebody asks you whether social media is good, yes, answer is yes. Is bullying on social media good? Definitely not. So again, social interactions, great. Ragging, big no. Let's quickly talk about law on ragging. Professor Ghosh, can we have the
PPT? Yeah.
And I'm sure nobody minds me having a coffee while I speak. Okay, can we go to the previous slide? Yes. Now, I was trying to explain you what exactly ragging is, and I said it can be a physical, sexual, psychological, verbal, and the modern part of it is the social. The modern part of it is something which is happening on the social media. It can be on WhatsApp groups, it can be on your Facebook pages or Instagram handles or Twitter handles or howsoever. In particular, I'm more concerned with anything which is undisciplined or any rowdy activity, and it has why it is such a concern. I'll share with you this incident, something which is commonly said as the path-breaking change in the Indian education system, legal system, which changed laws on ragging, is the suicide of Dr. Aman Kachru. Now, he was a medical student, and because of excessive abuse or excessive ragging, he committed suicide. Because of that, there has been a anti-ragging helpline also, and because of that, the UGC issued guidelines, and there have been tons and tons of things which have been happening because of that particular incident. I'm sure many of you have heard incidents in your family as well, where people left their colleges. They had to withdraw their admission only because the seniors were so typically horrible, bad people who they made this person's life, male or female's life, miserable. If I talk about the provisions of law, can I request for a change of slide, Professor Ghosh? Can I please request for a change of slide?
Previous one?
Yeah, one more. First, next.
Oh, so one more. Okay.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about the laws, of course, as I said earlier as well, there is no law on the national level. There is no national law. There is no law which is applicable pan-India. But states have devised their own laws, and of course UGC guidelines are there. And on the administrative side, the colleges or the institutions or the universities have their administrative guidelines or administrative orders which dictate on how ragging will be dealt with. I'll talk about all these things, and in particular, I also say when we talk about Delhi, the rules are pretty harsh. You are all living in Delhi, and hence the guidelines or the UGC applicable guidelines are you will be guided by UGC guidelines of Delhi. Even IP University has got stringent provisions. So my request to all of you is to welcome all your juniors and be really warm and nice to people around you. But there is no fun in abusing anybody. To quickly give you an example, somebody might say that patting on the back is nice or patting on the cheek is nice, but if I give you a good tight slap, the difference between slap and a pat on a cheek is the intensity. This is exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Do not make your social interactions a slap on somebody's face. Keep your intensity low. Let it always be a pat. Do not do this. Can I request for a change of slide, please? Okay. First and foremost, the guidelines now say that there has to be an anti-ragging committee in every educational institution, including schools. When it comes to colleges, of course, IP University again is guided by the UGC guidelines. There has to be anti-ragging committee. This anti-ragging committee must necessarily include the head of the institution and a few more people, including NGO workers, somebody who is actively working in the society, any NGO. Usually, NGO which is working with youth or activities concerning the youth is preferred member of the committee. Usually, the anti-ragging committee also consists of teaching and non-teaching staff and at least one senior student. Now, I'm sure in your college also there is an anti-ragging committee, and Professor Ghosh is going to talk about that anti-ragging committee and where it sits and who exactly are the members, how you can approach the anti-ragging committee of your own college. Professor Ghosh is going to elaborate upon that. But I'm pretty sure as far as the law is concerned, there is a committee. Professor Ghosh.
Yeah, already I have shared with them just in my presentation.
A bit of it. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. Now, this is exactly where the IPC comes into picture. Now, some of you are law students, so what is the section and what is the offense and what is the punishment is going to be much easier for you to understand. But for a non-law backgrounds, I'll quickly explain to you what are these things and what are we trying to talk about. I'll start with something which is very simple, which is not even mentioned here, which is section 323. 323 का बड़ा वर्जन 325 मेंशन है, 323 मेंशन है ना, सबसे पहले उसी से स्टार्ट करता हूँ 323 से. Section 323 says when you cause a simple hurt. Now, what is a simple hurt? Simple hurt is when you cause pain, when you cause discomfort, or when you cause a disease to anybody. अभी disease तो छोड़ देते हैं, pain और discomfort पे बात करते हैं. Say when I slap somebody, have I caused him pain? Yes. When I kind of poke a pencil on somebody's head, neck, any part of the body, am I causing him pain? Yes. Now, this is what physical ragging basically is, when you are causing pain to somebody. I'm not going to get into something very serious where you have caused a grievous hurt. Grievous hurt क्या मतलब आपने उसकी आंख खराब कर दी, कान खराब कर दिया, टांग तोड़ दी, हड्डी फ्रैक्चर हो गई, सिर में फ्रैक्चर आ गया, हेमरेज हो गया. These are grievous hurt. In case you cause a grievous hurt to somebody, the punishment can be as good as 7 years. My concern is something which is simple, small, simple injury. Say, for example, you have slapped somebody. The law says that in case of simple injury as well, the punishment can be as good as 3 years. Now, imagine a situation where you have slapped somebody and the person has filed a complaint or has put your case in the court, and thereby you are bound to give some fine and you are put behind the bars even for 1 day. Can you imagine yourself going to jail for even 1 day? I'm sure most of you are from really good families, and there is no possibility that you have ever seen a jail, and there is no possibility that you will ever see a jail in future as well. So why to jeopardize your career and why to put yourself in a position where you can be put to behind the bar? I don't think it's worth. Say, for example, have a look at section 341. ये जो हम common मजे मजे में कहते हैं ना कि उसको बाथरूम में लॉक कर दिया हमने. Look at it. The punishment can be as good as 1 month, and there can be a fine of ₹500, or it can be both. Making somebody do obscene things, say for example, making somebody enact a pornographic act, for example, or get into making somebody do a nude dance, for example. These are all obscene things. There can be a punishment which can be up to 3 months. It might sound a joke to you, but please understand the law does take it very, very seriously. I'll tell you another thing. In the days of your father, where he used to go to college, or your chacha, or your father's friends, or your somebody who share these nice stories कि हम तो ऐसे करते थे, हम तो वैसे करते थे, हमारे senior ने ये कर दिया. Please let me tell you, the law was not that active in those days. That's one. There were no helplines. The police was not very active. But today the society has changed, from social media to Twitter handles to helpline numbers to 100 services to so on and so forth. There are too many things actually. And of course, there is this concept of social media. So where you are ragging a junior and you're making him or her do a particular thing, and somebody records that thing and puts it on social media, and it comes to the knowledge of your university or your professor or Delhi police or DLSA for that matter, please believe me, these people, including us, will make your life miserable. We'll personally make sure that the person who is behind this act, the person who is the perpetrator, the person who is the bad person here, does go behind the bars or does get some reprimand from the university, probably suspension or dismissal also. So please make sure we are not getting into anything of this sort. If a person suffers something bigger, maybe a person commits suicide or you push person to suicide, of course, I don't have to tell you, the punishment is huge. You can be behind bars for something as good as 10 years as well. Can I please request for a change of slide? Now, these are the normal consequences or standard consequences on the part of the anti-ragging committee, the college committee that is there. I was going through the guidelines of IP University. There is a concept of dismissal as well, and this dismissal can be in any year of your college. Usually, a second year or third year might say कि मेरा कॉलेज अब खत्म ही होने वाला है, 1 साल ही और बचा है, और अगर आपने मुझे आज डिसमिस कर दिया कॉलेज से तो मेरे 3 साल बर्बाद हो जाएंगे, मेरी डिग्री खराब हो जाएगी. But please believe me, nobody is gonna give a humane touch to your plea. And in case you are found perpetrator to something serious, there can be a dismissal even in the third year, even in the final year. Nobody can say that मेरे साल खराब हो रहे हैं and all these things. Common punishments are also expulsion from the hostels and suspensions. Of course, there's going to be a lot of humiliation to you and your parents, and so on and so forth. You can be debarred from your exams also, so which of course basically means that a year will be wasted or semester will be wasted. Can I have a change of slide, please? Okay. Now, what are the steps that institutions usually do take? I'm sure most of you at the time of your admission have given an affidavit saying that I'm not going to get into ragging. You remember there was the affidavit?
Sir, both students and parents have submitted at the time of admission to such affidavit, which is mandatory nowadays.
Absolutely. Now, why this affidavit is taken? This affidavit is taken because आप कल को ये नहीं कह सको कि मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था कि इसको रैगिंग कहते हैं और मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था ये नहीं करना होता, और आपके पेरेंट्स का एफिडेविट क्यों लेते हैं? So that they can understand the fact that in case their son or daughter gets into something of this sort, then even in the third or fourth or final year or whatever year you are, there is going to be a dismissal of your admission. There is going to be cancellation of your admission, and nobody can then say that नहीं हमारे बच्चे का साल खराब हो रहा है, ऐसा मत करो. This is not an option. Of course, in Delhi there is a compulsory registration of FIR as well. Right. So as I said earlier, also Delhi takes its law very, very seriously. Delhi police is very active police in that sense. So a junior that you have harassed goes to the police station. It is absolutely mandatory for the police also to register the FIR. कल को ऐसा होगा कि वो बच्चा गया और उसने कहा कि ऐसे ऐसे और पुलिस वालों ने FIR नहीं रजिस्टर की तो पुलिस के अगेंस्ट कंप्लेंट हो सकती है. So even they are very particular about it. Can I please request for a change of slide? Okay. Now this is where can I end the slideshow, sir, please?
Previous one we have skipped.
That's okay.
This one we have skipped, I think. So may I stop it?
Yes, please. Please stop it.
Students, during
Ghosh,
yes,
minute.
sir. Yes, I do understand. I do understand. You are in the office. So students, whatever we want to inform you that this ragging activity is not, I say, confined within the institute itself. Even if this activity takes place inside a bus, inside a common, I say, a taxi, or any park, or any, I say, external to the institution, still, if any student do feel that he has been harassed, he can make a complaint, and it is the institute, if they found that prima facie there is a case of ragging, then they have to.
Can you start?
Yes, sir, please start on.
So I was talking about exactly what DLSA does and where do we come into picture and how can we be of any help to you. So first of all, there is an anti-ragging helpline also. I'm sure Professor Ghosh has already shared anti-ragging helpline, and he has also shared the details of the anti-ragging committee in the college as well. So first step one is to approach your own college or your teachers, your administration. The second step can be that we run this 1516 helpline number. वापस से I'm repeating that. 1516-1516. So if you ever have a doubt on how to proceed about in a particular situation, if you need legal assistance कि ऐसा ऐसा हो गया, अब मुझे कानूनी तरीके से क्या करना चाहिए, अगला स्टेप क्या होना चाहिए, you call 1516 helpline number. It is our job to guide you. If something serious has happened and you think registration of the FIR should be there, it is our job to ensure that there is actually a help to you in registration of that FIR. If you are a female, you are entitled to free legal aid for all matters. If you are a male, you are entitled to free legal aid only if your salary is less than 4 lakh rupees, which I'm sure in most of your cases it is indeed. Apart from 1516, there is 100, of course, a 100 number की call. आप college में there are at times awkward situations where we find ourselves helpless. We do not know what to do. My request to all my young brothers and sisters, my all young friends, make it a principle in life. अगर कभी लगे ना लाइफ में हेल्प की जरूरत है तो और पापा इमीडिएटली कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे तो नेक्स्ट नंबर हैज टू बी 100. At times we hesitate in calling 100. हमारा राइट है, मेरा अधिकार है, मैं टैक्स पेयर, मेरे पापा को टैक्स देते हैं, मेरा अधिकार है कि अगर मुझे कभी भी कोई जरूरत होती है तो पुलिस आए वहां पर और पुलिस को मामला पता चले. एट टाइम्स ये जो थोड़ा डिले हो जाता है, 100 नंबर पे हेजिटेशन हो जाता है कॉल करने में, इट कॉजेस वेरी सीरियस कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. माय रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू, नेवर हेजिटेट इन डूइंग दैट. पुलिस इज देयर टू हेल्प यू. और एट टाइम्स हमें लगता है पुलिस हमें हैरेस करेगी, बाद में परेशान करेगी, ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा. आप सब लोग पढ़े लिखे लोग हो, आप सब समझदार लोग हो. Nobody can harass you if you are at the right side of law. At the wrong side, of course, people will bother you. But on the correct side of law, nobody can do anything about it. If in case we can be of any further help, of course, 1516 helpline you can always use. Now, this is where I stop speaking. If you have a question, you can put it in the chat box. Professor Ghosh can read the question and I'll try to answer that. Or if you have a comment, or if you have a suggestion, or if you simply want to say something, even if you want to say that, how rubbish it is.
If anyone wants to say something, raise your hand. I can allow you to join. If any participant wants to participate face to face and wants to say something, they can raise your hand. There is a raise hand button and we will allow you to join with video and audio. Otherwise, you can write in. Urmi said is ragging as common as it is made out to be. I think, sir, no students have raised hand till.
That's all right. I sincerely hope and believe that people have, resonated with what I have said,
Yeah.
and in near future probably we'll meet physically as well. We'll have a slightly better interaction than this. So thank you very much, Professor Ghosh, for
Thank
having
you,
me here.
sir. Thank you very much that you have come and join to address our students during your busy schedule. We are thankful to you. We are thankful to DLSA also to constantly supporting us for all these noble causes. So thank you all the participants. We are closing the session over here. You may join your next class as per the schedule. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Have all the best to all the students.
Thank you, sir.